We technically started the recording process earlier in 2018 when we got together in March to start writing What Would Become My Own Grave. Everybody kind of sends ideas out. We kind of narrow it down to which ones we want to jam out in person. And from there, we finished the song together. And that's how My Own Grave came about. After we finished that process, we kind of started getting together more and writing more. And throughout the summer, kind of finished what would become the first half of the record.
It was in fall of that year that we wanted to also start playing some more shows. So some tours were getting booked. As we were still working on the writing process, we decided that we would split up the recording to 2 separate sessions just so that the timing and planning would all work. So pretty much half and half. And also tracking guitars, tracking vocals, bass, everything around these tours. Kind of had to keep going back and forth with which mentality we were in. Were we, in tour mode or were we in creative mode? But I think overall we were able to get it all done, and it was about and pretty much from start to finish a complete year of working on this record.
Because we did the record in sort of chunks, we had different people who were available that wanted to work on it come in and kind of lend their talents and time into that specific part. So I think it makes the record kind of unique in that there's a lot of different perspectives represented across it. Drew Fulk is a really talented producer who was involved in the recording of My Own Grave, and Nolly Getgood mixed that song.
The album was self-produced in a lot of ways, but we don't want to overlook the outside help we had. It was really a great opportunity to work with Adam D again, and he did a great job helping us lock down the arrangements and track the drums. And then we were able to take it from there back to our own individual studios and self-produce for a while, and then eventually bring it to Joseph McQueen, who was kind of like the overall editor, and eventually mixed the record.
We are reborn through pain. We are reborn!
So Shaped by Fire was mixed by my partner at Sparrow Sound, Joseph McQueen, and I. And what was great about that is that it allowed the band to be more hands-on the entire way through the record. So through guitar tones, bass tones, vocal tones, and just the mix in general, we were able to arrive on something that was unfiltered and like exactly what we wanted it to be.
We recorded in multiple studio locations. Some of us who are a little bit more savvy with Pro Tools decided to engineer our tracks on our own. Tim handled his vocals, Nick and I handled all the guitars at our places, and then Josh worked on the bass and his vocals out of his own studio in LA.
𝗬𝗓𝗥𝗚 typically writes music individually and then together. And that process usually entails individual riffs, individual ideas, individual songs being uploaded and shared. And from there, we kind of get a picture of what is out there, the ideas floating around from everyone. And then we kind of sift through them and see which one is, unanimously favored. And then we work on those together. And that can be in the form of, sitting in someone's garage and like editing drum MIDI and tweaking riffs, changing arrangements within Pro Tools. Or it could be, the old school way, which is Jordan setting up V drums in someone's garage and loosely trying to jam out the ideas and then apply them into Pro Tools. So I think it's a nice balance between like the modern method and the old school way of just painfully extracting ideas from one another.